Welcome back here on iTalk 106.7. Mike Grineal here, and I'm joined by head coach, first-year head coach of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, Jake Belshe. And, Coach, welcome to the White Mountain. Welcome back to the White Mountains. Tell us what you've been doing for the past couple years.
I've been down in Texas for the last 5 years, coaching high school football at Parkland High School down there in El Paso. Been the offensive coordinator down there for the last 5 years. Prior to that, I was playing and coaching at UTEP.
All right. Well, I'm sure obviously gained a lot of experience there, but you're no stranger to the mountains. You kind of know how football is played up here.
Yes, sir, I do. Graduated from St. John's High School, played at Round Valley High School, so I know what it's all about up here.
Well, and that, of course, I'm going to start off with the tough questions first. I'm sorry. And that leads me to the first one. Coach, you take over for Coach Morrow, a guy who you played against. Last week you guys went down to Sahuarita. Tough team down there. Didn't turn out so well. But what have the emotions been like trying to take over for that, or has that been a factor at all? I'm sorry, trying to take over for Coach Morrow, or has that been a factor?
I mean, it's always going to be a factor when you replace a guy that's won 300 games. And so just getting the kids and the coaches to believe in what you're doing is the biggest challenge. And but the kids have bought in. It's a big learning curve. It's a lot different type of offense that we're doing here now. And so it's an obstacle. The kids are what make Blue Ridge. And so knowing that, I mean, their work ethic is why I came here in the first place. And so, yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. There's some changes that we make, but we're going to keep a lot of the tradition here that they've done here in the past.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, you got coaches here who have coached here before, former players and stuff, and I'm sure that probably helps some of that transition.
That was one of the biggest things that I wanted to do when I started to put together a staff. Was I wanted former players, guys that have been through Blue Ridge, that have been successful here at Blue Ridge, and know what it takes to be a champion and to be successful here in the White Mountains.
All right, well, and we are in the 2014 season, so we're going to try to keep it there now. Talk a little bit about your key players, guys that you look to for big plays this year.
Well, offensively, I'll start because I'm an offensive guy. I used to be a big defensive guy, but I've gone to the dark side. But Spencer Hall at our quarterback, returning state champion quarterback, and so you expect a lot out of him, a lot of maturity, a lot of poise. He makes big plays. He's got a great arm. We got a tough receiver, Cody McBride. He had over 100 yards receiving last week against Sahuarita. He makes big plays. We have a good tight end. Adam Padilla catches the ball really well, big target. Got some speedy backs. We got 3 really good backs, Nate Miles, Tristan Johnson, and Blaine Haybuck. And then our offensive line is it's young and experienced, but we got Rosario Munoz, who returns, and he's a big anchor for our line. And then defensively, again, Cody McBride, he's all over the field. That guy's tough on defense. We got Ryan Eccles, big defensive lineman, makes some big plays. Our linebacking core is big. Timmy Entrikin, Elijah Aller, both juniors, young guys again, but they're going to anchor that linebacking core.
All right, thanks, Coach. And as you look forward, you look at your season, you look at the games you have home and away, who do you see as your key matchups? Obviously, you want to take this program back to the state playoffs. What teams are there going to be the tough ones to beat?
Well, tomorrow night, we were playing a division up. We play Prescott High School. They're a big school. I think they're traveling 65 players. And so that's going to be a tough game for us. But, a winnable game. We feel like we can go into any game and win. Key matchups for our division are, we have Snowflake and Sholo back-to-back, and that's going to be 2 tough weeks. Fountain Hills is no slouch. And, I mean, they have a great quarterback, and McDermott. And so those are really key matches for us. And then kind of an old rivalry, I guess an old team we play is Winslow High School next week. And, we don't have an easy schedule. So every week's key for us. I mean, especially with the young team, we're trying to get those wins one by one. So we don't want to look too far ahead, but yeah, I mean, we know who's on that schedule coming up.
Well, and Coach, like I said, tough schedule, and you talked about the learning curve for offensively. And obviously last week in Sahuarita, things didn't go well. You didn't get any points on the board. Is that correct? Oh, 8 points. Do you look for a big jump in the offensive production this week?
Yeah, I mean, last week we turned the ball over 5 times, and so we did. I mean, we moved the ball at times very well, but we threw a pick. We got returned for a touchdown, threw another interception. that got returned down the 10-yard line, threw another one in the end zone, fumbled on the 10 going in. And so those are mistakes that we can't overcome as a young team. And so we got to take care of the ball. So that learning curve is mostly mentally. When they're thinking about the offense too much, they tend to make mistakes. And so we're going to simplify it a little bit more and try to overcome those mistakes. We should be okay.
Well, Coach, any other thoughts or words of wisdom to the fans out there as you get ready for the season of Blue Ridge football?
I'm just really excited. I'm proud to be a Blue Ridge Yellow Jacket. This is a dream come true to come up here and be in my home state, coach at a high level, and coach great football. And just keep supporting the kids. If I can tell anybody out there, just keep supporting the kids, believe in them, and believe in what we're doing, and we're gonna be just fine. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Well, Coach, as a former Yellow Jacket, I appreciate that, and we appreciate your time, and we want to wish you good luck. I'm sure we'll be talking to you throughout the season.
Sir, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Jake Belshe, head coach of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, and we're going to be back with more right here on iTalk 106.7.